Body here from Sacramento, welterweight, set to go 3 rounds, and this one could be a dandy fight for you tonight as Chris Brinkerhoff, who is very well trained, goes up against Kevin Roberts. Let's meet him officially here with our ring announcers. We get ready to get more of the kick of the 80s from Sacramento. Here is Hank Renner.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3-round bout in the welterweight division. Introducing first in the red corner from Fremont, California. He is 22 years old, stands 5'8", and weighs in at 148 pounds. He has a contact karate record of 3 wins with no losses or draws. Welcome, please, Chris Brinkerhoff. And in the blue corner from Sacramento, California, he's 20 years old, is 5'9", and weighed in at 148 pounds. This is his first full contact bout. Kevin Roberts. The referee for this bout is Truman Irving.
Truman Irving, a very seasoned referee out of Toledo, summons the 2 fighters to the center of the ring for a quick look at the rules they'll be governed hereby.
And this is a 3-round preliminary contest. There is no holding at any time. There is no holding. I will warn you twice. After that, you will be penalized 1 point for each time that you hold. You are required to throw 8 hard kicks. There is no kicking or striking below the waist. There is no kicking or striking when an individual is down, and he will be considered down when any part of his body other than his feet touch the canvas. Go to your corners, insert your mouthpiece, be ready to begin the contest. Good luck, good health.
Instructions for the welterweight, set to go 3 rounds. Again, the rounds 2 minutes in duration, 1 minute between the rounds. And of course, here in Sacramento, we'll be watching very closely to see how these 2 young Californians can do. As again, Brinkerhoff, you saw, with a 3-0 record, and there's Roberts as he makes his pro debut here in full contact karate. Roberts, the homegrown from Sacramento. The traditional bow to the referee, Truman Irving, and we're underway. As we've heard a lot about Brinkerhoff here, John Worley, we're going to find out just exactly how indeed well he is trained here.
Well, just looking at these guys, if you try to read their eyes before a fight, I'd certainly have to see Brinkerhoff having the advantage. He seemed focused in and ready to go. Roberts seems to be a little bit awed by the whole spectacle. This is his first fight. But he's moving pretty well. He actually doesn't look too bad. He's kind of surprising me so far.
Brinkerhoff at 22, Roberts at 20. Brinkerhoff is trained by Brian Yoshii, who we understand is an outstanding competitor himself, along with Sam Montgomery in his corner. Clint Robinson, along with Mike York, in the corner of Roberts tonight.
The first mistake you see Roberts making right now, and it's again, something about his experience level, is he's letting his hands drop down around his chest, whereas Brinkerhoff's doing a pretty good job of keeping his up. Leave your hands down, ultimately somebody will find your head.
And of course, with the multi-weapons that you are allowed to use here in PKA karate, you can think, of course, of a spinning back kick, and certainly a spinning back fist would be the first weapon he'd try to look for.
Well, you see really Brinkerhoff kind of measuring and taking his time. He doesn't look like he's in any real rush. Nice jump back kick there by Brinkerhoff.
Beautiful kick indeed by Brinkerhoff. He set that up with a good left-right combination, hooking his way in, jumping back and then throwing the kick. Very nicely done by Brinkerhoff.
Roberts doing a nice job of getting out of the corner there. Again, for a guy in his first fight, he's kind of surprising me here because he moves like he's been there before.
Both fighters are just about equal in height. Brinkerhoff in the black. On the left of your screen is 5'8". Roberts just a bit taller at 5'9". Both at 148 tonight. Good hand power inside by Brinkerhoff. Roberts comes fighting out of the corner, though.
Brinkerhoff did a good job of using a little bit of extra strength. He looks to be the stronger of the 2 fighters. He put Roberts in the corner and then landed a good combination.
Welterweights fighting a good first round here in Sacramento. Bell sounds, and they're off and running as the welterweights have kicked and punched their way through an exciting first round. Crowd was delighted with it, John Worley, and right now Brinkerhoff having the advantage, but Roberts showing some savvy of his own, even though he's in his first full contact karate match tonight.
Well, Roberts is a little predictable. You'll notice that whenever he wants to kick, he'll turn around and go southpaw and put his right leg up front, and then when he wants to use his hands, he'll leave his right leg back to where he has the jab up there.
Neither fighter, by the way, had an abundance of kicks, but they did both make the required 8 hard kicks in round 1.
There again, we see Roberts sliding in with that right leg, so he's kind of one-sided. He doesn't have much of a left leg, and a more experienced fighter would pick up on that and make him pay every time he changed up.
Roberts becoming very aggressive as we're nearing the halfway point here of round number 2 of the scheduled 3-rounder. Good round kicks there by Brinkerhoff. They may not look like much, but they do take their toll right on the rib cage of Roberts. He follows it with a good right, follows him across the ring with a left-right combination from Brinkerhoff.
Brinkerhoff scoring well in that last clash. I tell you, he's really spanking in those back leg round kicks up around the kidney area. You can see the redness there on Roberts' side where he's driving those back leg round kicks.
Right hand will send Roberts down finally. He took two back-to-back right hands together, and Roberts is wooziest. He runs across the ring with Truman Irving, the referee, in hot pursuit, and Truman talking to him if he's all right. He says no, that's it, and this one's over in round two.
Right decision made then by Truman Irving. Roberts is a guy in his first fight. To let him get up there and get beat up badly would be really detrimental to his future. So he probably wasn't hurt that bad, and that's absolutely the way you want it to end. You don't want a guy to be hurt.
John, we had wondered about the training of Chris Brinkerhoff, if indeed he had been well schooled, and I think those questions were answered through about a round and a half here tonight against Kevin Roberts.
He looked very sharp. He looked experienced beyond 3 fights, and yes, I think he's a kid that has a lot of future. He's real happy over there right now. They know that when they've worked hard and done the right things, it always pays off.
That for Brinkerhoff, by the way, was his first TKO as he gets it here in round number 2. For Kevin Roberts, again, his first full contact karate activity comes to an abrupt halt here, and this will be the way it ends. The left hand's followed once again, coming in there with the big rights.
Well, the good straight right hand is really what did the job there for Chris Brinkerhoff. It wasn't a very big one, but it was right on the button.
And he put two of them back to back. A good look at Kevin Roberts. Roberts getting his gloves cut off as Chris Brinkerhoff once again celebrates across the way. By the way, if we do get a shot of the three folks working with Brinkerhoff in his corner there, Brian Yoshii is the man right in the middle. And again, we have been conversationalizing with several people here in Sacramento. They indicate he is a fine young fighter himself. This is some of the early infighting here as Brinkerhoff comes right at Roberts.
There's again that good straight right. That proved to be Roberts' undoing there because Brinkerhoff used that punch very effective. The straight hands were good. The wide, sloppy punches there didn't do him much good.
Well, Truman Irving, our referee, stops it in the second. Let's just get the official time. Here again is ring announcer Hank Renner.
Time, fans, 1 minute, 34 seconds of the second round. Winner by a technical knockout, Chris Brinkerhoff.
Brinkerhoff from nearby Fremont, California, gets the victory over the homegrown Kevin Roberts. And he gets his 4th consecutive victory, but his first knockout in full contact karate here in Sacramento as the kick in the 80s continues after we pause for this message.